Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your Chelsea 1 Real Madrid 2 post-match reaction. That brings us to the end of this USA pre-season tour. What have we learned? What have we learned, ladies and gentlemen? What have we learned? This is what we're going to talk about. Look, I'm not going to touch too much on this match. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bits and pieces here and there, but I want to talk about the bigger perspective here. The bigger perspective is defensively, ladies and gentlemen. I'm worried. I really am. Not a single defender at Chelsea Football Club right now gives me the belief that we can do something substantial next season. Not just each defenders, but the system itself. High line. I mean, this high line that we are playing, there's just so much gaps in between. There's gaps over the top. There's just so much room. We're getting opened up at will. Like, forget about quality teams, but even teams that are not that ilk of a Man City or a Real Madrid. And mind you, Man City played with their C team, and by the time Real Madrid finished this game, it was their B team. And it still looked like all of these teams could have scored. We defend like this in the Premier League, I'm telling you, you're going to get destroyed. Straight up, that's the truth. You know, players, the other worrying part is when we do have passes in between our lines or over the top and opposition players running behind or through us, there's barely any recovery from the rest of the team. Only 2 or 3 players seem to jog back and want to defend. Everyone else is having a mad jog. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying in the live stream when we were doing the watch along for the match that under Poch, it looked like the players, they could run, but obviously all of that culminated for more injuries, supposedly, right? And now a lot of people are saying that we don't look fit enough because, we're not running enough. So what is it? Did we run a lot, which culminated injuries? Are we not running enough this season, which so far this season, and we're not looking like we are fully fit? 5 games we've played in this preseason USA tour. And I have to say, not once did I feel that defensively we were solid. Look, I'm not interested about the scoreline. I've never been over the 5 matches. Obviously, when you get thumped. Today we didn't. We could have scored as well, but Real Madrid in that first 30 minutes. We'll come to that soon. When you get thumped, you want to care. But overall in the preseason, I'm not too concerned about the scoreline. I'm more concerned about the style, the system, especially my focus was on defense. More than anything with Enzo Maresca, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't demand, it's got to be so beautiful up front. It's got to be so beautiful in midfield. I knew that's going to take time. And this is why I've been saying, patience. We have to, more than ever, we have to be so patient. But I expected better defending. I expected a better system. I expected our players to be a lot more drilled when it comes to defending. Like, you look at the Real Madrid defenders, they got Rudiger, Militao, proper bosses. What bosses do we have in our team? We don't even have 1 boss, let alone 2. I'm not impressed by any one of them. Bad boy Badiashile. Unimpressive this whole preseason. So mediocre. Levi Colwell, suspect, continues. Even though Levi Colwell has played through the middle today, he was center CB. And I like him better there. I don't like Levi Colwell to be out wide, trying to defend wide areas because he gets rinsed. Even today, bits and pieces from Levi Colwell playing in the center CB, he looked good, but still, overall defending, like awareness, seems to desert him. And he's a suspect for me. He really is. Reece James, that surgery from Reece James not that long ago, he's probably not up to the market, but he doesn't look completely at it either. These are all detrimental factors for us. Desasi obviously had a hernia operation not that long ago. This is why he hasn't featured recently. We need to see how he can perform, but I've seen what he did last season. Not good enough. Tosin, last game against Manchester City, so casual. No one's giving me any form of belief, and this is why I was upset when Chalobah was just abolished from the team. Like, Chalobah could have done so much better, and Chalobah is not even the standard. It's sad to see Chelsea Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. You look at the opposition in the likes of Rudiger and Militao, and then what do we have? What do we have to show? What do we have to? And this is what concerns me. The defensive side of thing concerns me. And it's not going to get fixed within the next couple of weeks. Like the season starts in less than a week, ladies and gentlemen, against Manchester City. And at that point, Man City will not have their C team. They will have a far better team. And forget about even if they don't have a far better team, their C team cleaned us up. Real Madrid in this first 30 minutes of this game was all over us. Balls through the middle, balls over the top. Vinicius, Rodrygo, everyone was running amok. They could have scored 3-4 at least in the first 30 minutes. And then in the final 10 to 15 minutes in the first half, we slowly started to come into the frame. And then by the time second half came around, it was all Real Madrid kids anyway. It was all their B team junior players. Or their reserve players, their backup players. And they still went at it at us. We still found it a bit difficult. Where is our level? That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Where is our level? It seemed like the Man City C team was a notch above us. It seems like the Real Madrid second half B team potentially a notch above us. Where is our level? Premier League, forget about trying to compete against your Cities, your Arsenals, your Liverpools. Like, they're big dogs. Right? You have to start getting worried about your Palaces, your Wolves, your Bournemouths. I'm not really sure where the level is. So look, I want to be patient and I have to be patient, but defensively, big issue for me. We need to sort something out. Look, talking about other facets of the game, midfield, I'm not impressed. Not a single midfielder has impressed me. Enzo Fernandez played half decently, still not good enough. Moses Caicedo came in the second half, not good enough, was lunging into stuff, but obviously it's early days for him. Romeo Lavia first game where I felt probably wasn't up for it, but Romeo Lavia is the only one in this preseason that can hold his head out and say he had a good preseason. This game against Real Madrid, different story. Any other midfielders? No, not really impressed. Keenan Dewsbury-Hall impressed against Club America, but today I don't even think he featured. Wingers, it's a sad story. It's a sad story with wingers. I understand why we want wingers, but we're not going to get anyone substantial. This is why I wanted Elise. This is why I wanted Nico Williams. But some of you guys insulted me, was angry with me. Oh, there's no way we should go for Elise. We got Madueke. No need for Elise. We got Madueke. None of them are good enough, man. Madueke scored the goal today, but that's all he did. There was a moment where he was dribbling, he left the ball, and he kept on running. He was dribbling. He leaves the ball, and he just kept on running. He thought it was a mad trick. Leave the ball, run, and maybe they'll drag a defender, and maybe another team member can come in, pick up the ball, and score a goal. The issue with that is none of his teammates saw that play. Was in the same wavelength. Sterling, similar. Inconsistent as always. Massively inconsistent. Mudryk came on and was a laughing stock. He dribbled, got into central position and then skied a shot to Rosette. But we've seen Mudryk do that. Several times we've seen him do that. Not a single winger gives me any level of faith. Not completely happy with Nkunku. Bits and pieces there. Not really happy. Marc Guy was barely in this game. And what about Marc Guy now? He had first few good games and now last few games kind of disappeared. But that's what's expected. Marc Guy is no mega star. He's going to take time. And who are we going to have him sort of, bring into the team to cover that, the fact that he's inexperienced? Wait for it. Samuel Omar-Dion. We're bringing in Samuel Omar-Dion. We'll get a here we go very soon because it's all done and dusted with Atletico Madrid. Because they ended up getting Alvarez, we're getting Samu, we gave them Connor. Domino effect, as Fabrizio said. We're bringing in Samuel Omar-Dion for the lack of experience Marc Guy has. And also the lack of experience that Nicholas Jackson has. Nicholas Jackson hasn't featured this preseason. Barely that he's going to start in the season yet. We're bringing in a brother that is inexperienced to back up for, to fill the gap for another inexperienced player. It's mad. It's mad, ladies and gentlemen. It's mad. I'm hoping that somehow we can gel together as time go on and we find a good rhythm. But more specifically, I'm just concerned about our defense. Because if we're not rock solid in the back, we are going to ship goals. Look at how many goals we shipped this preseason. 2 against Wrexham, 4 against Celtic, 4 against City, that's 10, and 2 against Real Madrid, that's 12. We shipped 12 goals in this preseason, and I think we scored 8. That's what's concerning for me. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about the entire preseason in the United States. What your thoughts on how this whole preseason went. We've got one more game left against Inter Milan before the season kicks off, but I don't think everything is going to magically upgrade over the next couple of weeks. But it needs to a certain level, not expecting fine level, but to a certain level, it needs to improve. Comment below, ladies and gentlemen. Comment below. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.